Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. I want to show you this particular film, which is Star Trek Into Darkness, J.J. Abrams' film. Someone has asked me, hey, could you do a demo of Star Trek Into Darkness and just show us a little bit how it looks on this big giant TV, 65 inches? I said, sure, no problem. And I'm zooming it in a little bit into a TV so I can show you from this angle. Even though this movie has a lot of glare, you know how J.J. Abrams likes to use glares and flares and glares into his movies. Especially in the first two movies, he used a lot of glare. But even with all the glare, still that HDR pops out really nice. And here, let's show this IMAX scene. It's half is IMAX and half it's a regular ratio. And it just looks fantastic. Like I said, there's plenty of glare, but even with all that glare, you still see that HDR pop out. Especially here in the IMAX scene. That's where it truly pops out, like right here. And let me give you a better angle from here. Hold on. Let's pause right here, and I'll give you a better angle. Okay, let me give you this angle. This is a much better angle from the center, so you guys can see. Considering this movie was released, what, 2010? Or maybe even 11? It still looks great. Obviously, I cannot turn the sound on because if I do the sound on, then I will get flagged. So that's why I cannot turn the sound on. But it looks great. It looks great. Okay, let's skip through some of the scenes really quick. Let's go to some scenes over here. Hold on. This is a good scene right here. Right here, truly HDR pops up. By the way, I'm recording this in 1440p. I think it's perfect for cell phones. The reason why my camera is shaking because I'm using this autofocus. It's a motion autofocus that's constantly focusing on the camera and the moving picture. So that way you see exactly what you're seeing on the TV. Like every movement is being focused on the motion tracking of the characters in the movie. Whatever it's moving in a picture, the camera it's sensing that, and it's capturing that in emotion. So that way there's no ghosting, there's no, what's the word I'm trying to use? There's a specific technical term for that, but you guys know what I mean, like the judder. There's none of that judder, Okay, let's switch to some more scenes over here. Hold on. Here's another good scene right here. This is a good one too. Especially right here in the IMAX. Look at that HDR popping out, man, big time here. And this is not even hurting my eyes. This is like perfect. This is perfect. It's like natural light beaming out. Let's go to some more scenes. Jesus Christ, almost went through the whole movie, man. This is another good scene right here. In the dark. There's a lot of glare. Like I said, J.J. Abrams uses a lot of glare in his movies, and that's the one thing that some people might find annoying. But still, even with all that glare, that filter glare that he puts, it still looks great on HDR. And people ask me, how do you know that it's HDR? Well, right there, see where it says HDR? On the left top corner, next to the pause. There you go. Granted, you guys cannot see it here, but I'm trying to kind of point out certain things that I see with HDR. Like this green definitely pops up. Like all of these things right here, the red right here pops up. All the reds right here that pop up really nicely. This one right here too as well. And what else I wanted to point out? Hold on. There's one more thing I wanted to point out. Like right here, look at all these reds. They truly they pop out on the HDR. The only thing that you might find annoying is that J.J. Abrams glare. Even he admitted, like he he wished that he hadn't used that much of a glare and flare. But here, like this is a good example of HDR right here on the explosions. Everything looks natural, organic. Especially right here in the distance, if you look. So I don't know how much of this I can show it to you, but I'll show you as much as I can. Okay, let's go to the next scene. Oh, this is a good scene right here. Yeah, this is perfect right here. This is a great scene for HDR. You see how the clouds look natural right here? When the ship it's moving up, that's HDR. You're seeing that detail because of the HDR, because of that wide color gamut, that 1000 nit. Otherwise, you would never be able to see this much of a depth in a picture. And that's what you want. You see how now the ship, it's dark at the bottom because the sun is overshadowing on the top. So everything at the bottom, it's its natural shadow, dark. Here's another good scene right here in HDR. Especially right here in the IMAX, this looks great. Right there. Alright guys, so there you have it. Hopefully you like this video. Again, you cannot see the HDR, but at least you can appreciate me pointing out certain things on this video in the film. This was done by request. Somebody wanted to see Star Trek in the darkness, into darkness. So there you have it.